Welcome back. There have been a lot of famous father-son duos who have come through sports in the inland Northwest, but none of them have the spotlight on them right now quite like Gardner and Flint Minshew. As Gardner's fame rose in the last year, so did his dad's. Myself and Jacksonville sports reporter Mia O'Brien sat down with the pair to discuss their relationship for a segment a number of our company's stations are doing across the country for Father's Day called Life's Playbook.
Really, the lesson that I just remember over and over and over again is you can only control how hard you work.
As Flint Minshew recalls, Gardner took that lesson Flint taught to heart as a kid.
I remember him wanting me to beat up other kids' dads who wouldn't bring them to practice when they would screw up in games and things. So he correlated at an early age working to success, and that's really what you want out of any of your kids playing sports.
It's obvious Gardner and Flint still follow that train of thought. That doesn't mean, though, that the pair can't be surprised when the success comes earlier than scheduled, like when Gardner was pushed into service in his first ever NFL game.
After the Kansas City game, we both went and ate in downtown. I just remember sitting down, we were both sitting there, and we were just like, what the hell just happened? And we were able to just share that moment and like kind of reflect on that right there. That was just having him there for all those moments has been a lot of fun.
It's definitely been a crazy year for the former WSU quarterback. Flint is impressed with how his son has handled it.
I think the Lord puts on us what we can handle, and I think if I would have been that famous, I would have been like Elvis in a jumpsuit, with tassels and everything else. So
I've only worn one jumpsuit so far.
Only one jumpsuit, yeah. I'd have had one for every day of the week,
Flint's got his taste of fame, too. He's at an age now, though, that no jumpsuits are harmed. Cameras were trained on the proud papa at nearly every NFL game last year.
Oh, it's funny. People always see him on TV. They're surprised at how big he is. They wonder why I don't look like that. Still don't know that. I'm just glad they have during games they just have cameras and no mics, because I think if we had mics we might be in trouble.
The one time they did mic me up at Stanford, one of Garner's buddies, Houston, asked the lady. He said, "Look, I hope you have a 7-second delay because there might be some things said you don't want to hear or you don't."
They didn't use any of it.
Yeah, no, they used none of that. So.
They couldn't use any of it.
When cameras are trained on the other Minshew, there's still an ode to his dad on the back of his jersey. He dons Minshew II because he's named after his father.
I love being able to carry that on the back of my jersey, Minshew II. To me, that's just kind of like a testament to my dad, just being able to, I know that he prepared me so well, really pushed me and, gave me so many opportunities. To me, it's kind of a tribute to him and a payback to him, knowing that we really kind of got here together.
And they'll continue to be there together through thick and thin.
My worth, just like he tells me, it's not conditional on how I play, that I'm loved no matter, as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, giving my best effort, that I'm loved. He's proud of me. And in that same way, whether I'm throwing a bunch of touchdowns, throwing a bunch of picks, I know I'm loved, and all the fame and everything doesn't really change that.
That leads us right back to the lessons.
There's no greater influence on my life, and there's no, I don't think there's, any way I'd have made it to where I am today if I hadn't learned those lessons that y'all heard about. You can only control how hard you work. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. I know for a fact, if I hadn't heard those growing up, then I wouldn't be here today.
We will be posting an extended raw video of Flint and Gardner's interview on our YouTube page later tonight. We also will be bringing to you in the coming days another portion of this interview where we discussed with Gardner and Flint how the coronavirus pandemic had a bit of a silver lining for their family as Gardner came home and lived with his parents and sisters. That's it for sports.